All right. Hello, my fine friends. How are you all doing today? I myself am doing rather well and actually a bit shocked today because President Trump has not only signed an executive order that essentially bans TikTok and WeChat, but it actually bans their parent companies from operating within the US, or as well as US operated companies, so not just US owned, but US operating companies from working with ByteDance slash Tencent. I'm not too exactly which one owns which in that scenario. And after weeks and months, really, nearly more than half a year of dealing with the Chinese virus, uh, this is essentially what I would consider his first punch back at China, their first punishment that they rightly deserve for, not informing us, for letting it get out of control, and all these other things. What, while the rest of the world had suffered during the lockdowns, China had been prospering. So that kind of leads into the conspiracy theories that it was purposely released and things of that nature. Now, in order for these services to still be used within the US, Trump is allowing American companies to outright buy the things like TikTok and WeChat. Like Microsoft was planning on buying TikTok, but he does expect to see some few slices of that pie for sure, because yeah, that is just what we need to do in this age. If we want to conduct business with China, and China is constantly screwing us over, we've got to take some of that back. And I think this is an excellent way to do so. Now, how far he's going to push this, none of us know. It can be essentially just a show of force, nothing really all that special. He just something to prostrate and kind of peacock, kind of like, we're not afraid to back down from this fight, and we will ban your companies from operating within the US, which is a great move in my opinion. China has been absolutely wrecking us economically, and this isn't his only move against China as well. He's also, signed an executive order that has companies buy their um, buy the medication, prescription medication from U.S. firms, as well as making sure those U.S. firms do set the lowest price possible for the medication as well. So just boom, 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 just taking on hits, giving hits to China every which way possible, and I'm really happy for all of this personally. Um, I don't Again, I don't know exactly how far he's going to push this, but I would like him and expect him to take it as far as he can. You've given yourself this power, go ahead and use it. I know that's a bit of an authoritarian type of stance, but it's not attacking the American people, as far as I can see, as well as kind of morally, it is a bit justified. If we're going to allow China to operate, we should at least, you know, make sure that they're not violating more human rights than they already have. But yeah, let's get into the article so that I can fill out the timer a little bit more. President Donald Trump on Thursday issued an executive order that would ban the social media app TikTok and WeChat from operating in the US in 45 days if they are not sold by the Chinese owned parent companies. The orders, which use similar language, do not state that a certain amount of money from the sale needs to be sent to the US Treasury Department, which the president has been insisting on for several days. Once again, keep pushing for that. If this deal is going to happen, we've got to see something from that, because Microsoft is just going to make bank from that. It doesn't, and China will still receive money from the purchase, of course. So we've got to see something from that. The the order regarding TikTok prohibits, after 45 days, any transaction by any person or with respect to any property subject to the jurisdiction of the United States with ByteDance, the Chinese company that owns the social media platform. See, they're trying to play it down that it's just TikTok and WeChat that he's banning, without actually looking deeper into the words right here. It's obvious that it is far bigger than they're making it out to be. The move turns up the pressure on negotiations over the popular video app's future through a potential sale. The dramatic back and forth began when Trump said Friday night that he would ban TikTok from operating in the United States using emergency economic power or an executive order. And once again, we just learned that he pushed this to the limit, really, and it goes just far enough that I'm okay with it, and I hope to see the most ramifications that is, I guess, morally and financially, that we can make responsibly and things of that nature. Microsoft said Sunday that it was pushing forward with talks to acquire the app following a conversation between CEO Satya Nadella and the president on Monday. Trump set September 15 as the deadline for TikTok to find a US buyer. Failing to do so, he said, would lead him to shut down the app in the country. In an unusual declaration, Trump also said any deal would have to include a substantial amount of money coming to the US Treasury. And that is an excellent type of situation that I want to see pushed to the limit. I'm not expecting a crazy amount, like more than 20% of that deal goes to the US Treasury. That would be absurd, but let's get at least 10% from that, good 10-12%. Thursday's orders alleges that TikTok automatically captures vast swaths of information from its users, such as location data and browsing and search histories, which threatens to allow the Chinese Communist Party access to Americans' personal and proprietary information, potentially allowing China to track the locations of federal employees and contractors, build dossiers of personal information for blackmail, and conduct corporate espionage. Once again, I have to say I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I would not put it past the Chinese government doing any of this, honestly. They have a way into our society, and they're going to take advantage of it, especially when most Chinese companies operate under the Chinese government as well. A lot of people try to say, oh, it's just the company, it's not the Chinese government doing it, but the government has their hands so deep in the pockets of their companies that they might as well be the same entity. Shortly after issuing the order regarding TikTok, Trump issued a similar order for WeChat and group chat app, a group chat app owned by Tencent, a Chinese-based company. For WeChat, which allows its users to transfer funds to each other, the order states it will ban financial transactions with Tencent. The order states any transaction that is related to WeChat by any person and respect to any property subject to the jurisdiction of the United States with Tencent Holdings, Shenzhen, China, or any subsidiary of that entity as identified by the Secretary of Commerce under Section 1C of this order. Now, this one has me excited as a person who plays a lot of video games. Tencent has their pockets in everything, and they were the biggest ones who pushed for mobile games and microtransactions that can bankrupt some families. So I'm glad to be seeing this is a big push against Tencent as well. National security concerns have long fueled policymakers' reservations surrounding the apps. Treasury Secretary Stephen Munich told reporters last week at the White House that the U.S. government was conducting a national security review of TikTok and was preparing to make a policy recommendation to Trump. But, looks like Trump didn't quite wait for that, and he's coming out hard. Like I'm saying, this is a big move with big ramifications, and we still don't quite know what he's going to do with it, though. It says that he will ban all transactions and things of that nature. So if you have 10%, if a Chinese company owns 10% of an American stock shares, who knows how that's going to play out, if he's going to ban the company outright unless they purchase that last 10% from China and fuel back the purchase into the US economy. So I'm very curious, where this is all going to go. Prior to Trump's threatened ban on Friday, people worked on the issue within the Trump administration, expecting the president to sign an order to force ByteDance to sell the U.S. operations of TikTok, according to a person familiar with the matter, in a move aimed at resolving policymaker concerns that the foreign-owned TikTok may be a national security risk. The order also claims that platform censors or disseminates content in keeping with the Chinese Communist Party's agenda, citing when TikTok videos spread debunked conspiracy theories about the origins of the 2019 novel coronavirus. So once again, a big move that none of us were expecting, but I am currently in support of. Obviously, because I'm a normal everyday person, I can't quite see the full ramifications that might hurt the US in the long run, but I'm definitely curious to see how this plays out. I don't mind the move at all. I'm a staunch believer that we should be punishing China in some way, shape, or form, and economically would be the best way to do so. If this is our putting our foot in the door to make sure that happens, again, I will fully support it until I see other information that makes it clear that this is a very bad move in some way, shape, or form. That about does it for this video. I want to thank you for checking out my channel. If you want more videos like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to leave a like before you go, and possibly even leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Until next time, I hope you guys take care.